Nigma here in the second major has to be able to surpass LGD, not only in this series, but also in positioning. They need a grand finals berth. Managed to get second, looking pretty fine there. And then now in the playoffs, full of a lot of momentum, it looks like. GH, nice pick up in the Couriers. Couriers dying all over the place, seems.
PSG LGD, oh, hang on.
Why? He's taking too much damage here unless, yeah, he's got no more mana to be able to save himself. They're even going to drain a little bit more mana away from him. Mind control. It's going to have to find him in the trees somewhere. Why? Hiding. Little spot. Mind control. They're not going to give up on this, I think. Oh, he spots him. Finds him. First blood for mind control. Not sure if he thought the bounty was there, if he knew about the stacks that were happening, but either way, he's going to take all of them.
Nice.
That is a really good move, and LGD didn't even move to try and stop him at all. They watched him walk up there and take their stuff.
I mean, only the puck can really rotate. That's the one issue with this lineup, and here it comes. Tipping to the top lane.
Yeah, they're going to go for it. See if they can get the two-man coil. Nope, it's only going to be one man onto mind control. The last couple of shots following Kuro, but they're going to focus on this Dragon Knight. A much bigger kill. Kuro hanging around, trying to help out his offlaner as best as possible, but he won't be able to do it. Just simply too much damage with 4 members of LGD there in the top lane.
So the Mirana more being utilized for the laning prowess. You know, you buy a Blightstone, you hit people with Gush. It's not bad. It's a big part of the reason that the Tide's currently ahead of the Spectre net worth. Also the stacks. Nice deny by Y.
Nicely done. Y. Picking up a good deny in that mid tower still, though. Miracle finding a big opening. Ooh, didn't actually go for the split earth there off of the telekinesis. As a result, nothing to say, is able to jump away. Delivers a healthy amount of damage and finishes off the Leshrac.
Both OG and PSG LGD were comfortable picking these carries into one another. So you can make arguments for how one is a good matchup or counters the other, but obviously both teams still pretty comfortable. Miracle, nice invade.
This is a really big kill. Taking advantage to get it. They will. Split Earth, and they even use the Han. ILTW will join in and claim the bounty on Ame's head.
Now all of a sudden, Nigma, you've got to be real cautious about overstepping.
Looks like they're calling for a sweep over, but I believe Faith Beyond was not spotted by that ward. He was already hidden in trees, and they're setting up right now. Nigma, they're not going to spot this one coming. Miracle going to be blown up on the spot with that Ravage, which also clipped mind control, so they might be able to catch him as well. It's going to take a long, long run, though, and I don't think that's worth it. Not for a tanky Dragon Knight.
You've got to be a little cautious because their Blink Dagger now online on mind control's DK. So they might just look to make a move back themselves.
Yeah, Nigma's just going to run it back, right? Yep. They're saying, okay, no Ravage. Faith Beyond trying to make himself a target, knowing that he doesn't have Ravage. His tankiness is his best ability right now. Innocence being targeted by ILTW, but he's also quite a tanky boy, so he's not so easily going to fall either until, okay, maybe the damage coming out from GH. That helps a little bit. They take up a fine position, but again, a big ultimate used, only netting them a single kill.
Yeah, but it's a really nice play. Just, it's excellent Dota from both teams, starting with the opening bans. You have to go. There's no Tomb, and there's no Ravage.
You're going to try for this. Oh, never mind. Look at that. The hood into the blink away, and the puck here for the punish. Arrow's going to go out. Dodge by GH. Tidehunter again pushing himself forward, trying to tank up for the team so the damage healers can do something, but it's a little bit too much damage. It's a finger of death. Finish them off. Once again, the puck looking to be able to re-engage, but they don't feel great about this.
You can't really fight them as Team Nigma until you have some sort of item advantage. It's going to need to be a very technical game from them. They have to find pick-offs, that instant hex, as you said. Expect nothing to say, yeah, he already has a queued up. Blink, Veil, hold up.
They're going to jump onto Kuro here. Arrow, Kuro, not able to dodge it. And that's commitment from Faith Beyond to be able to finish off the captain of Nigma. Now, does manage to steal the arrow, and they've also killed the Undying. Faith Beyond is in a little deep right now, and ILTW, recognizing that, is trying to slow him down. Slow his retreat as much as possible. They're going to have to do something here. A coil goes out. They're going to turn and go for mind control instead. Mind control brings the rest of LGD back, but it does cost him his life. Can LGD keep going here with a one-man advantage? And by Ether Lens, you mean Eon Dusk, right?
Correct.
The ability to be able to just tank through an initiation like that, which he has to worry about from not just the Blink Dragon Tail that's coming from the DK, but also soon it's going to be Kuro's Blink Dagger. That should be online very soon. A big kill being found here by Miracle. There's no way out for him here, so just a free pickoff for LGD.
Question is, when do you get activated? I think it'll be the BKB timing. You can see it queued up. Recipe purchased. Here it comes. And now It's the quest. Use big cooldowns, find kills, walk into the Roche pit. That's going to be the play for PSG LGD. They've got a lot of map control. And right now, I'd say they have a pretty huge lead in this upcoming team fight.
Yeah, and I think both of these items that they just picked up, hold up, Faith Beyond, they're going to poke at him here. Mind Control does make the jump forward and manage to catch the Undying. They blow him up before the Tombstone goes down, but at the same time, Miracle, under the assault of Ame, will fall in the river. Now they manage to get the Dragon Coil onto the Dragonite as well with a follow-up arrow. Very nicely done. That coil is still keeping ILTW in place, and if they can keep vision of him, they should be able to run him down as well. The Orb going to spot him. No hiding places here, ILTW. He follows LGD, winning a big fight.
So all of a sudden, it's really about waiting for that defusal and looking to find pickoffs. But PSG LGD, they have all their spells. They're just going to go.
Yeah, they're going to keep it up. He built a 4K net worth lead off of farming and pickoffs. Now it's 7K off of a team fight. Now another team fight is going to make it even worse as Kuro jumps in. He hits the Hex, but he's not going to be able to stop Miracle from dying here. Follow him into the grave. 6-15. Now an 8,000 net worth lead as PSG LGD looks to be able to close down the map. Mind Control. He needs a way out of here. Okay, the arrow is not actually going to land, so he can TP away now.
This is why PSG LGD historically have seen this as the answer to Spectre. The difference is when OG was winning with it, that the Spectre also had a ton of stacking damage reduction because Dispersion functions that it deals damage. Well, Spectre takes the damage post-reduction, but Dispersion is done pre-reduction in terms of damage output.
Oh, trying to do the Manta trick to see if he can get out of the coil. Doesn't actually work. Snaps it towards the end, and now they blow the Ravage because they've got the carry of Nigma dead, and they're right in front of a tier 2 tower.
And, you know, ILTW, he's had Haunt for a while, but how do you use it? That's the question. Team Nigma, they need a pickoff. They need somebody solo. Who will it be? They hunt.
Miracle's having a hard time living through these fights. Same goes with the supports, and nothing to say. He's making it even harder for them. He's already picked up a Dagon 1. This smoke needs to work for Nigma. They managed to find the back line. Jin-Q first, missed out on the Hex though, onto the puck, and that is going to cost Kuro his life, and Jin-Q still manages to be able to jump away. Mind Control in big here with the BKB. They managed to finish up the 5 position, but that's not much. They need to be able to help out Mind Control, but stuck inside this coil with the Terrorblade laying, and the damage Miracle can't get out either. They started with going on Jin-Q, and Jin-Q will put the nail in the coffin for this team fight by killing Miracle and assisting in the death of ILTW as well. 4 down, and LGD, it feels like this game is thoroughly theirs. They have to seriously throw to give it up.
That's all set up as well, just because Ame's playing excellent Terrorblade. He's hiding in the trees behind tier 2. Mid is being pushed by illusions. They acquire so much vision because of their lanes.
Occasionally popping out, killing a creep wave as quick as possible, and then back into the tunnel once again is all they can really do.
They do have a BKB on Miracle, but concern now is, I mean, they're just so far behind in the item progression. Ame is enormous.
The Mirage is going to be found here. That'll be a free pickoff. Nigma, okay, maybe not so free. Nothing to say. Was setting up here, and he does manage to get here pretty damn fast. Now, they have a Tombstone here as well, so these supports, they're not going to be able to run away from this. They're going to get swept up here by LGD, jumping away. GH with the stolen phase shift. Blink actually survives. Yeah, he's behind the Tidehunter net worth. It's just not been a happy day for him. That being said, I do think probably phase shift is one of the best abilities for GH if he wants to be able to steal that Ravage.
Yes.
Right? If he has fast enough reactions to dodge the Ravage, then he pops out, steals it, blinks in, counter Ravages. Uh-oh. Well, there goes that theory.
Playing foiled.
All right, well.
I love the build from Nothing to Say, though. Like, the Eon Disc is actually just so... God, I'm using rich words, but it's 5-head. And the Veil Dagon, it's so powerful against heroes like Lion and Rubik. They want to play safe in the back line. Well, they just get bursted down. Now with Aegis...
Kuro can't get out. Kuro can't get out. He's stuck in the trees. Should have kept hiding there, Kuro. Now Mind Control looking to be able to slow down this push. Gets forced breaking the coil. And the Tombstone out. Nigma, they can't even really get close to it.
Everything they've done this game is a clinic, Cap. Even the Undying of Innocence with a Holy Locket, fully charged up, and a mech. It's like they've stolen ideas, game plans, and plays from the tournament, absorbed all of that energy and power, and
yeah, they just put a bit of their region's flair on it, right? Like just having the big superior team fight, which China has always been known to be able to pull out in these big LAN events. And they're just going straight through the tier 4s, apparently. Nigma One last hold from them, it looks like, but Kuro, he's not going to be in that unless he can buy back. A good Ravage going out, catching a lot of heroes, and they are getting a little bit low, but Ame is still the undefeated champ here as the BKB, they're all just ignoring him and trying to run away. The meta is down, so they can freely kite him as much as they want, and Disc going out, nothing to say, has no mana, so he's only going to be left with this blink to the side, but no mana to be able to TP out. A Yule Scepter into another phase shift, but this time no blink, and still no mana to be able to work with. All right, they got a core kill, and they did defend their throne.
You just rinse, repeat, really. Your PSG LGD. Wait for all your spells, go back, try and do it again. You're going to have the shard up soon on the TB. Really like that decision. It's just enormous amount of damage. He has a Satanic and a Daedalus since we last checked on his items.
They're going to run into Ame first here. Gets off the reflection to go slow him down. Dragon Tail first, but the counter Ravage going out. It's stolen bout from G. No, he got the gush. Actually, he didn't get it. The Ravage. Oh, no. They needed that to be able to save Miracle, as even with the BKB, he's not getting out of here. Arrow going down. Jin Q hits a BKB of Dragon Knight, so instead he turns to find the captain of Nigma. Kuro dies once again. 70 seconds on the two of them.
Miracle does not have buyback gold. PSG LGD might not know that, but knowing this team, knowing how far ahead they feel, they're likely to just push up high ground anyway. No Ravages, however, so you got to be a little cautious. But it is 5-1-3.
ILTW coming in to the side, trying to go for the Undying first, who gets forced away. They do have the coil onto ILTW. A stolen coil out from the Rubik, but he couldn't get it off. It's nothing to say, executes him first, and Dame cleans up the rest. Beyond godlike for him as they close this game out. May have been a draw on the group stage, but it's looking like PSG LGD, a little bit of time, have really come up and found the counter. The Nigma strategy so far. One last ride in this game one, jumping forward, mind control. That's a tanky Dragon Knight, but he looks like nothing compared to Ame and all the damage he's able to pump out. Actually getting Ame a little bit low. Maybe they can kill him. Oh no, the Ravage, it spoils everything. It gets off the Satanic. They were just giving them just a glimmer of hope before it gets snatched away. Nigma, they hope to be able to make a ride through the upper bracket for an easier run into the grand finals. They're going to need to run this series back in 2 games. It is the semi-upper bracket finals, and we are looking at a potential 2-0 here if LGD.
I always forget that
Power Rune.
The increased, what is it, item give range always freaks me out a bit. I'm like, oh, you're going to miss it, but
oh, yeah.
You always get it onto the hero now.
Does manage to find an Illusion Rune, the refill on Miracle's bottle, so he doesn't need the supports, but maybe he needs some help right now. Uses that Illusion Rune to be able to disjoint a bit, but the arrow lands on point. Still though, GH healing him up, nothing to say. He's the first to fall. Without their damage dealer, Miracle, he can actually wand up and turn around and fight. The Tombstone's gone, and Miracle looks to be able to get his revenge. Dodges the spear. It's going to be Kuro who tanks that one instead. Faith Beyond looking to be able to even out the odds here. Jin Q jumps away. Miracle laying the trap to help GH get away. Oh, cutting down the tree and sidestepping to the right. The arrow dodge, and now ILTW is the one here. They're not going to chase after that rocket, though.
They have answers to the Undying. There's no Tidehunter in sight. And DKTA are just so much easier to play around in a way than the Leshrac. Miracle also went for a very greedy build in the previous game. It was incredibly squishy and...
Okay, apparently... Oh, rotation from nothing to say with the double damage rune. He got in the bottom lane. This time around, he wins the 50-50, and he, like Miracle, uses that power rune to great success.
So I like this build a lot. I think the TA Blink Dagger style is just kind of dead. You have to play it like you're a real hard carry. Dragonlance into Deso, and you're strong. You look to make a fight. In addition, you don't have the same delivery issues because you might be tethered. You've got a bunch of stuns in front of you.
Nothing to say. All over the place with that zip. He does find the kill anyway on the Phoenix. Nigma going to be setting up here. Should be able to get this fast kill on the Undying. The Tombstone is out, though. ILTW needs to be able to deal with that one, but he's going to be speared into the arena wall. And nothing to say with the follow-up. Chain disables. GH doesn't have relocate, so he can't save his carry here. The arrow going to go wide, but the shots on GH, they're going to be on point.
He's got one of the best fan packs, though. Our boy Little Nick. Love the fan pack edition, by the way. Such a cool way to kind of show love to teams across the world.
Ame gonna be found with a heavy smoke rotation. Moonlight Shadow is not gonna save him, neither is the arena. In fact, Faith Beyond can do little with this as the spear it latched onto a Dragonite.
TA's got a DD. Somewhere across the ocean, I hear an old economics professor shaking his fist because this DD guarantees the Roach. The scan comes out.
Maybe if we listen, we can hear him.
There's a goddamn double damage rune. Shouldn't work on Roche, but it does. Initiation immediately. Careful about the high ground if he gets tuned down, though.
Nice spear.
There it goes.
And there is the tomb on the high ground here. Ame, he's feeling good about this fight. Long jump in from nothing to say. Identifying GH, trying to go for him first. The Supernova to protect, but they can maybe get away from this one as Mind Control dropping lower and lower. They finish him off. Decay does enough damage, and even though they have the Aegis, they will lose this fight. Nigma will keep that extra life intact for the Templar Assassin, yes, but they stumble into a bad fight there. So the next time Nigma are thinking about taking a team fight, they're going to need to set it up a little bit better. Feels like they almost felt like that was just going to be a gimme kill that they could get. After all, we've got Aegis, we're strong. Not the case, though. We've got to respect LGD and their capabilities right now. They're going to try and bring down Miracle twice. Aegis first, spearing him back deeper into the rest of the teams. Oh, but a relocate out, that's going to be able to bail him away. GH, nicely done. And now it's LGD, maybe caught in this one. Pushed back by the Gus. They're trying to deal with the Tombstone. They're trying to put out the damage, but the Gyrocopter just died so quickly without GH's tether.
He's just not nearly as tanky as he thinks he is, Cap, and he didn't even get the wand off. They're fighting into Tombstone. Yeah, they cleared it, but it was just a little too late. GH bring his T away. They had no damage. Hang on.
Going back in, trying to execute the Draw Ranger real quickly. They got him. Massive amounts of minus armor comes from Miracle with Mind Control, outputting a bit of physical damage as well. The side blades pumping in a bit more. Sinkyu, he's going to be target. They do manage to get an extra kill on top of this one. Nigma not going to go down without a fight here, it seems, in this game too. As they are currently holding the net worth lead, holding the Aegis still for another 2.5 minutes. And again, and again, and again, and they're doing Roshan so quickly that LGD really isn't going to be here in time. Best they can hope for is a snipe on Roche with the arrow, but
this DK hero, there's a reason they're first picking it. Point blank stun, incredibly durable.
they're trying to get control of their triangle again because they know the Templar Assassin is still bottom lane. This is a really nice move. Long zip over, trying to kill GH as quick as possible. Nothing to say, does have him dead. Lincoln's gonna block the stun. BKB activated by ILTW, and that's one of his longer ones.
That's something. The BKB timings are what to watch for on Team Nigma. Right now, they've got a triple on all three cores.
Look at all these traps. He is well prepared. If nothing to say, wants to come and try and push out this bottom lane again. He's going to make sure he has a better chance of catching him. But PSG LGD with GH dead, they're saying, let's keep this going. The smoke up, they're going to be able to find Kuro. Both supports should die here as the arrow follows that one up. Nigma are actually going to try and take this fight. They don't have buybacks on the supports, but they're still trying to do this. The Tombstone's going to go out. Long zip over, catching ILTW, while at the same time, Mind Control's trying to deal with the Tombstone while he's still BKB'd up. ILTW going for Faith Beyond, who tanks up as much damage as possible, but ILTW gets burned out by nothing to say. He didn't have a BKB for that fight because he used it earlier to TP away, so I am puzzled, Kyle, at why Nigma chose to take that fight.
It's just the damage from the storm itself, right?
Yeah.
You get a big remnant, he's talented for that as well, into an overload. Perhaps that's just enough. And also, you're going to be clumped as Team Nigma. You're going to be forced to hold hands in a team fight. This kind of provides that AoE threat. Oh, nice BKB.
Turning around, dodging the Dragon Tail, jumping forward, nothing to say. Managed to get that AoE disable, keeping Miracle out of the team fight. That allows Ame to be able to fight a bit more with the Mind Control. Dragonite, they get away through the arena. The BKB is pursuing here. Managed to get Y, TPing out Faith Beyond. He's not going to be able to do anything. Burned down by the Sun Ray of the Phoenix. So he has to hit this Dragonite, but the Dragonite is so tanky against this Drow. And he's got his BKB as well, so he's not taking magic damage from anybody else. That all their damage is just onto this one hero that won't die.
That's true.
They're going to move over, smoking over to Miracle, and they do manage to catch Drow Ranger. This time around, the BKB, it may not be able to save him. He's running. Nigma, though, catching up. Miracle, popping the Manta, high ground. Oh, turn around, but the BKB pop up Miracle. Where are all these shots going? They're all getting blocked by the Bulwark. It's not good enough, though. The Supernova on the high ground. Nigma take full control of the LGD base now. Long zip in, though. They're going to be able to pull a couple here with this one. The arrow following up, managed to land on the Phoenix. Miracle, though, is walking away, and that is what LGD cannot abide by. Nothing to say, trying to put out measly bit of damage onto ILTW, but they really need Ame for that. But Ame is being chased down by Kuro. Kuro is actually going to go for this one, but the Manta Pop turns around quickly, kills the Phoenix. It was a good try, but the Captain Enigma, but he still dies. Nothing to say, back and forth. Now he's used all of his mana to be able to kill the Gyrocopter, but can he get out? The Bulwark shots do not absorb the damage. Stormseer dies, Stormseer zips, Stormseer looks to be able to stop the TP, but he doesn't get there in time. Instead, he'll have to content himself with a kill on Mind Control, but it's just not the same as getting that kill onto Miracle.
Really well done by Nigma. They just hard commit. They have the damage. You can see they threw everything, but they got on top of the drought. That's the key.
Nice arrow.
And you're right. There's just not follow-up. A huge pull off the buyback, but for what? The draft of PSG LGD, it's damage mitigation, but they simply can't mitigate through all the damn damage. And MC, he's consistently placing himself between the enemy team and his allies, and he's just doing a great job so far. Rogan has spawned, though. They are into the pit.
They have to get this. I mean, they blew every single one of their core buybacks, so this is a must-have second life for them. Miracle's gonna jump in. Can he manage to steal this Aegis? He's trying to kill the Drow Ranger first before they can pick up that secondary life, but the Bulwark shot, it takes it away and snatches up the Aegis. Is the Drow Ranger. Actually, the Stormseer instead. Storm with that secondary life. Can he actually win this fight? The spear on through, keeping Miracle out of the fight. He does end up dying here, but ILTW representing so much damage, cleaning up most of LGD, so even if they get away with the Aegis on the Storm Spirit, it's him and his two supports. That's it.
A couple more now, yeah. Buybacks from Miracle and Kuro. They recognize, whoa, we've a huge window.
Nothing to say. He's going to have to do some wild shit here to be able to hold this game together. He's got a full minute of trying to defend this throne. He can zip back and forth so many times, but will he have enough damage to keep them away? He's trying to kill the creeps right now, but there's still two melee creeps he has to deal with. Pulling him out. He's got to just keep pulling him. It doesn't even matter if he loses his life here. As long as he keeps the creeps away from the base and the backdoor protection is up, it's okay. Can he zip away? Can he get out of this one? It doesn't look like. Oh, whoa! The Lotus Orb coming out from Xinkyu. He snuck in with the Moonlight Shadow and managed to save his ally. Backdoor protection. It's down, though. The creeps are still coming in. They may have saved the Storm Spirit, but he's got to figure out a way to be able to stall this. He kills the creep wave. Backdoor protection will be coming up soon, but maybe not fast enough. The tier 4 towers, they're already dead. The throne is exposed. Nigma's gunning for it. 15 seconds left. The Drow Ranger, but it's going to be about 10 seconds too late as Nigma finish up the game. A giant roar coming from the side of Nigma as they've evened up the series now.
What an incredible game. I love this. I'm so happy we're going to get to go to game 3. Unbelievable performance from both sides. Team Nigma closing it out. You can see a little bit of a pop-off. They know they're still a game away, but they're feeling themselves. Indeed he was. He's let's go real loud because he knows that this is an incredible pick, not just in this patch, in this tournament, but last pick Brood. The damage output for PSG LGD is going to be mostly the back of Nothing to Say. And so far, he's a bit behind in this mid lane. DK definitely favored. The damage reduction on the Q level 1 is enough to disrupt last hits Faith Beyond them, setting up for a stun.
Here, will be able to get it, a decent amount of magic damage, but now the armored tank with a Fairy Fire as well. It's going to allow ILTW to turn around and kill Xinkyu. And even, Faith Beyond actually hit the Caustic Finale, but it wasn't quite enough damage. Ultimately, he does end up exploding as another creep dies, but he doesn't get to stick around for all that experience. No, just focusing on more of a lane-winning farming build for our Sand King.
Yeah, it makes sense. Just trying to alleviate pressure, right? I think it was either Aoi or Effie talking about hang on PL.
Going for the kill here. Ame doesn't have anything to do here.
Nice. So. Yeah, either Effie or Aoi were talking about Sand King as just a tower defender, and then all of a sudden, I don't actually know where Ame plays Dota.
Yeah.
Like, you get a few waves of spiders up, Soul Ring spam. What are you supposed to do as the PL?
Now, this is definitely going to be a big problem at some point in time. Faith Beyond underneath the Sandstorm isn't actually leaving it just yet. Going to queue up the epicenter, going for the kill. Burrow Strike. Oh, no. It's a level 1 Burrow Strike, so he wasn't going to catch him there. And ILTW managing to heal up off of an early leveling of Sunder. Cute play by Nigma that nets them 2 kills.
And MC also off to a great start. Miracle last in net worth in his course, but he's not like he's having a bad game. Hasn't died, hasn't found a kill. Tread soon to be completed.
They're going to use the dust here. Oracle, he knows Fate Beyond. His only option out of this one is to be able to turn with the epicenter of the disruption going out. Sandstorm trying to kill as many spiders before he dies. Mind control is low enough, though, that the poison will actually wipe him out. Nicely done by Kyiv, showing up at the right place, right time.
Wonder what MC goes for next. Might just
really
get a pipe from himself.
battling it out here with ILTW. Feels like he really wants to kick this Terrorblade out of farming area. Once again, Fate Beyond left with nothing but an epicenter and a burrow strike turnaround. But of course, he's going to die every single time. Guaranteed relocate into the mid lane, but Miracle does die. As the perch goes out and the Supernova, it's going to be successful. They can't get close enough. They brought the Broodmother into this one. The False Promise is going to go down. That'll bail Mind Control out for sure. PSG LGD likely to back up here as the relocate back down to bottom lane.
You can see the Sandstorm still deals with the spiders very effectively. MC's got to be cautious. Now an Aether Lens on the Shadow Demon. Very effective tool against the Terrorblade. Just take your own illusions.
And then have an illusion battle. Not illusion. That's Shadow Demon. Gonna be caught. Fate Beyond intercepting though with a Burrow Strike epicenter follow-up. They see GH. They want to be able to kill him at the same time. Miracle's a good target. Supernova on the high ground. Miracle turns around, trying to deal with that, but his only ranged hero, he will not be able to kill this egg. It successfully explodes. GH with the relocate out, denied by the Burrow Strike. ILTW will get burned up in the fire and flames as LGD punish a huge overextension from Nigma.
Places his egg there. They can't kill it. There's 4 heroes surrounding it, but they get roasted. And Broodmother, he's bottom. What happened to play around the Broodmother?
Yes.
Man, win or lose, nothing to say. Has been incredible all 3 games of this series. Just no deaths on this Death Prophet. Maybe 1 poor exorcism, but other than that, he has just been on point. And a great smoke now. They're looking to find the Brood.
This time around, they're going to catch that. Pushing Broodmother. Nice Burrow Strike lead off. Phantom Lancer getting there. Managed to inhibit him, so the Mind Control is going to be slowed down. The relocate away. GH is going to be silenced. Nothing to say. Puts a stopper on that one. Both the supports denied their life-saving ultimates. And as they get burned out, ILTW blowing everything he has to try and turn around, but it doesn't make a difference.
Just beautiful pinch. They find the Broodmother. When you get the shard, you get a Sunray during egg. So it refreshes, you're in the egg, you cast Sunray. And when you pop out of the egg, you'll have another one. The added healing, 35% thanks to the locket. And when he pops out, he can also then just heal somebody. So Nigma, you gotta either kill him or the egg. But again, that dreaded high ground.
Smoke it over. Oh, managed to dive away just in time. Why? Getting a good Sunray out, and Kyiv gonna be safe. He turns around, immediately perches up. There goes the Supernova. They're gonna come in. Can they kill the egg fast enough? They will. Epicenter coming in, but Fate Beyond it. As soon as he goes in, he immediately goes back out. But still, they have to deal with this damn Phantom Lancer, and that False Promise. He had built up a heap of damage. And this Ame Phantom Lancer is totally untouched. Nice move by Mind Control up to the high ground before he TPs away. But again, disaster, disaster, disaster. That is what these team fights are spelling every single time for Nigma. They lose 2 cores and now support.
They have detection. Oh, no Man of Theos? Okay, he got enough in time. They kill the egg, but it takes so much of their resources.
Yeah.
And Ame, nearly a full illusion army.
He's a little bit slower and gets caught. He dies before he gets off a Supernova. That fight could look a little different, though I'm beginning to suspect that the Phantom Lancer is a bit too big.
Kyiv has Ags. He's an Ag Shadow Demon.
And now he's going to be able to break the Dragon Knight every single one at a time of these team fights. Physical damage ramping up now for the Phantom Lancer, even through the BKB. So maybe Nigma are looking at a longer, drawn-out game as their best opportunity to be able to bring the comeback here.
That's possible. Net worth only really tells half the story. If you want to toggle hero level for me, you'll understand the big issue is that right now you've got 2 PSG LGD cores with their level 20 talents.
Hitting the melee barracks. Nigma, they're again just trying to cut creep waves. They are desperate for any way to be able to stall this game out without taking a team fight. It's not going to happen. The melee barracks, 1 hit, and there it is. Ame manages to claim it. How about this one, Nigma? We're going to go for a 2nd lane of barracks. See what you can do about it.
Yeah, immediately. They have to fight through double PL. The 2nd exorcism.
I mean, they're just sitting there watching this happening because they can't really formulate a good way to take this fight. Miracle's looking for an opening here. Watching him spider legs up through the side. He really wants to be able to catch the Shadow Demon or this Phoenix, but Mind Control's in some trouble. Zami's beginning to chase him down. Now they're going forward. Miracle's going to attack the back line. ILTW pushing for Gen Q, but a disruption. That's going to be able to buy him a little bit more time. Now the Supernova going up. They do manage to get off a Zunder onto Nothing to Say. They're dealing with the egg at the same time. The egg does explode, but ILTW needs to be able to get a relocate back to the fountain. He does live. A buyback now for the IO, but Miracle is in so deep trying to kill that Shadow Team, and Gen Q lives through it all. He dealt with the initiation, he stalled it out with the disruption, and he lives through the end of it.
See, queued up a whoa.
I mean, this game,
Where did he
it felt
get the
like
goal?
it was lost, right? You needed an all-in play.
Okay. This might not be over just yet. Top net worth is still Terrorblade, and it's a little deceiving. It's a 15k gold lead, but check out the supports of Team Nigma, right? A lot of the gold they're behind is on the support relationship. The cores are still pretty close. They got to get back to base, though.
Throwing out that Silken Bola, trying to slow him down. You can see the mispercentage chance is doing something here, but it really feels like it's just delaying the inevitable. Now to Doppelgangers, Miracle jumping forward, going for the Death Prophet, immediately does get the disruption though. They do have the Fortune's End going after, okay, no, they're gonna have to back up here. It's Ame, they're trying to deal with Ame right now. The False Promise is gonna be used on the IO. Oh no, ILTW got bursted down. There goes the Divine Rapier. That damage happened quick and fast. So much magic damage. It overwhelms Team Nigma, it overwhelms ILTW, and Mind Control rather will play out his life on top of the throne. GG is called. LGD, they are moving to the upper bracket finals.
And they certainly deserve it, Cap. Like, just a great series. The Rapier comes out. A lot of oohs, a lot of ahs, probably some chat spam, but that elation lasts only about 30 seconds because ultimately this PSG LGD lineup, it's just, they're too strong. They have no answer to the PL.